You're about to enter a state of peace you've perhaps never felt before. This video isn't just audio. It's an invitation. An invitation for your mind to let go of fear, release control, and allow the energy of serenity to flow freely within you. For the next few minutes, all you need to do is listen and feel. The words and vibrations you'll find here are designed to reach your subconscious and initiate a silent yet profound transformation. A transformation that dissolves anxiety and opens space for the natural balance of mind and body. If at any point you feel chills, drowsiness, lightness, or even the urge to cry, don't be alarmed. These are signs of release. It's your energetic system adjusting to the frequency of peace. It means something is healing within you, and resistance is being replaced by trust. With each word, each sound, you'll move closer to your center. The mental noise will fade, and your inner space will begin to expand. Your breathing will become softer, your heartbeat more stable. And you'll realize, it's not the video calming you. It's you remembering who you are. Now simply allow. Don't fight, don't analyze, don't wait. Just listen. Peace is coming. And when it comes, don't be alarmed. Anxiety isn't born solely from thoughts. It's a mismatch between mind and energy. When your mind tries to control the natural flow of life, an internal noise is created. Energy wants to flow, but the mind resists. This conflict manifests in the body as tightness, tension, and restlessness. Healing begins when you realize you are not the chaos, but the observer of the chaos. Every time you disconnect from the present, your energy disperses. It tries to bring you back through physical and emotional sensations, what we call anxiety. It's as if your body is screaming, "Come back to the now." When you listen to this call and breathe, the flow is restored, and your energy reorganizes itself in harmony with the moment. Mental reprogramming happens when you choose not to fight anxiety, but to understand it. This simple act of embracing it already changes your internal vibration. Your mind begins to surrender, and your energy, previously fragmented, becomes unified again. It's at that moment that you feel the first breath of peace. When mind and energy align, the body recognizes this harmony and responds with relief. It's a natural process that requires no effort, just presence. Each conscious breath is a reminder that you don't need to control anything. You just need to be. And that's when the miracle happens. What was once anxiety becomes vibrant calm. What was once fear transforms into awareness. Reprogramming the mind is simply remembering who you are when inner silence prevails. Pure energy at peace, in perfect balance with the present. The subconscious is like an invisible programmer operating in the back of your mind, repeating old instructions. It has been shaped by experiences of fear, insecurity, and constant alertness. When something resembles the past, it activates the same pattern: tension, worry, acceleration. This is how the cycle of anxiety perpetuates itself without you even realizing it. The first step in reprogramming is to bring these automatisms to light. When you observe anxious thoughts without reacting, you're sending new information to your subconscious. I am safe. This simple awareness begins to weaken the fear circuit. The mind learns that it no longer needs to protect itself from everything. Each repeated thought is like a command. Therefore, when you repeat phrases of calm and confidence, the subconscious begins to record new commands. It understands that alert mode is no longer necessary. From that point on, the mind reorganizes itself. What was once a habit of fear becomes a pattern of serenity. Daily practice is the secret to transformation. Even if fear arises, you embrace it without judging it. This attitude sends a powerful message. Control is no longer with fear, but with consciousness. The subconscious, little by little, realigns itself with the vibration of peace. And this is how the cycle is broken. Not with struggle, but with presence. Mental reprogramming dissolves fear where it began, in the invisible. And what remains is a calm mind, one that breathes the now without haste or escape. There's a silent, almost imperceptible moment when the mind simply surrenders. It's not something you force. It's something that happens when the body realizes it can trust. This internal decision to let go of control is the beginning of true healing. It's in that moment that the nervous system understands, I can rest now. When the mind relaxes, the body follows. Breathing deepens, the heart slows, and energy begins to circulate naturally. What seemed like tension is actually the release of what has been trapped for a long time. Peace doesn't come from outside. It emerges from within when fear loses its grip. This moment often causes surprise, a slight feeling of strangeness. The mind, accustomed to chaos, is startled by the silence. But there's nothing to fear. This shock is a sign that something profound is changing. The body is relearning to live without the weight of constant alert. Surrender is the turning point. When you allow peace to happen without trying to control it, the reprogramming deepens. The body learns to trust again. The subconscious, previously addicted to tension, recognizes the new frequency and begins to reproduce it spontaneously. And thus a new pattern emerges, that of natural serenity. Each time you surrender to this moment, your mind imprints the experience as security. Peace then ceases to be an isolated moment and becomes the new state of your existence. Sound is the bridge between the invisible and the visible. Every word carries a vibration, and each vibration creates a form. When you speak, think, or hear something, you are transmitting a frequency that shapes your mind and body. Mental reprogramming utilizes this ancient principle, transforming energy through sound vibration. Words of peace, spoken with intention, have the power to alter the brain's rhythm. They replace mental noise with harmony. When you repeat calming phrases, I am safe, I trust, all is well, your subconscious absorbs these messages as new truths. Gradually, old recordings of fear dissolve and your inner space expands. The human voice has immense healing power. It's not just sound, it's emotion transformed into vibration. When a voice speaks with love and healing intention, the body reacts with relief. This explains why reprogramming audios, mantras, and prayers have such a profound impact. They synchronize the heart and brain to the same frequency of peace. Beyond words, there's also the power of sound frequencies. Specific tones such as 432 Hz or 528 Hz help the nervous system enter states of deep relaxation. These vibrations act directly on brain waves, guiding the mind from agitated states to alpha and theta waves, the gateways to subconscious reprogramming. Therefore, listening to an audio, a prayer, or even your own voice saying words of light before bed is a powerful practice. Sound doesn't just soothe, it rewrites. And each word you choose to say is an energetic seed being planted in the garden of your mind. The human brain is like a musical instrument. It vibrates according to the frequencies it receives. When you're anxious, your brain waves accelerate, creating an internal noise that fuels fear. But when you expose yourself to harmonious sounds such as healing frequencies, the brain naturally changes rhythm. It shifts from a state of alertness to a field of profound serenity. Frequencies such as 432s and 528 Hz, known to align body and spirit. They act on the subtle layers of the mind, slowing thoughts and regulating the nervous system. When you listen to these sounds, you are literally teaching your brain to vibrate in a new pattern, that of peace. These vibrations don't just soothe, they heal. Studies show that harmonious sounds reduce cortisol, increase brain oxygenation, and awaken feelings of love and security. The body interprets these frequencies as a sign of balance, and the entire biology begins to respond to this new attunement. During mental reprogramming, sound becomes a silent ally. It acts where words cannot, penetrating the subconscious without resistance. That's why many people feel that something shifts inside them when listening to certain audio. It's the vibration realigning each cell with its natural state of harmony. When you allow the vibration of peace to envelop you, your brain learns to maintain that state even in the midst of chaos. The frequency of tranquility becomes your vibrational foundation, and, little by little, anxiety dissolves, not because it has been combated, but because it has been gently tuned to peace. There's a magical yet unexpected moment in the mental reprogramming process, the shock. When the mind enters deep peace for the first time, the body, accustomed to constant alertness, may react with astonishment. It's common to feel a chill, a shiver, or even the urge to cry. But this shock isn't fear, it's liberation. It's the body recognizing that it no longer needs to fight. The mind, which has lived in tension for so long, finds inner silence strange. It seeks the chaos it once knew as normal. But this discomfort is merely a reflection of the healing taking place. When you feel this pause, this emptiness of thoughts, you are witnessing the birth of a new mind, calmer, more present, more yours. These reactions are natural: slight tremors, deep sighs, sudden drowsiness. They are signs of energetic release. The energy that previously accumulated in the form of anxiety begins to move and leave the body. It's the nervous system recalibrating itself to the new vibration of peace. There's nothing wrong. Something right is happening. The secret is not to resist. When you feel this shock of peace, close your eyes, breathe, and tell yourself it's okay. This simple acceptance is key to allowing your body to trust and surrender. The more you embrace the sensation, the deeper the reprogramming becomes. And so, what seemed strange becomes familiar. Stillness ceases to frighten and becomes nourishing. The peace that once seemed distant becomes your new inner home. This is the true sign that healing is taking place. There is no longer struggle, only surrender to the harmony that has always existed within you. When you begin to reprogram your mind, your body awakens as well. It stores, in every cell, emotional memories that were dormant. As the subconscious is reprogrammed, these old energies begin to move, and the body begins to release what no longer serves it. It's common to feel tingling, warmth, drowsiness, or even mild dizziness. These are signs of realignment. These sensations may seem strange at first, but they reflect a deep energetic cleansing. The mind sends new information of calm and security, and the body responds by adjusting to this new vibration. What was previously tension, pain, or tightness in the chest begins to transform into lightness. Energy flows again, free from blockages. During this process, breathe deeply and trust. It's not something you control, it's something your energy field does for you. Reprogramming dissolves old emotional patterns, and the body, as a reflection of the mind, simply follows the transformation. Each deep breath is a sign that you are freeing yourself. It's also common for emotions to surface, the urge to cry, laugh, or simply remain silent. This is all part of the process. Memories are being purified, released with love. When this happens, don't be alarmed. It's dense energy transforming into light. At the end of this stage, a feeling of inner space emerges. The body feels lighter, breathing deeper, and the heart calmer. This is the moment when the new mental pattern anchors itself in the physical body. It is the beginning of a life guided no longer by tension, but by the fluidity of inner peace. Sleep is the most powerful portal for reprogramming. While you sleep, the conscious mind quiets and the subconscious opens. It is in this state that positive messages, frequencies, and affirmations reach the deepest core of your being. That's why listening to audios or meditations before bed is so effective. You teach your mind to heal itself while you rest. During sleep, the brain enters theta and delta waves, which are states of deep receptivity. In this moment, there is no resistance, no fear, no judgment. The mind absorbs each word of peace as a new truth. Therefore, many notice changes after just one night of practice. The body awakens feeling lighter, and the heart calmer. Surrender is key to this process. There's nothing to do, only allow. When you relax, the inner universe begins to work on its own. The subconscious reorganizes thoughts, releases memories, and balances emotions. Transformation happens in silence, in pause, in the deep, healing sleep. Many people underestimate the power of rest, but it's during sleep that the body regenerates and the mind rebuilds. Sleep is the moment when the past dissolves and the new is formed. Each night is a chance to be reborn, vibrating at a higher frequency. So before you sleep, surrender. Breathe, give thanks, and allow the sound, intention, and energy to do the work. As you rest, the reprogramming works silently, realigning everything within you. And at dawn, what awakens is a new version of you, calmer, more aware, and freer. When fear begins to dissolve, something subtle and miraculous happens within the mind. It's as if a fog lifts, revealing the real scene, a vast, clear, and silent space. The mind, previously on constant alert, begins to rediscover the pleasure of tranquility. In this state, it ceases to be a battlefield and transforms into a fertile garden, ready for new seeds of thought. The brain, on a physical level, responds immediately. New neural connections form, replacing old fear pathways. Body chemistry changes, cortisol decreases, serotonin increases, and breathing deepens. You begin to notice pauses between thoughts, small spaces of presence where before there was only noise. These spaces are portals of healing. Mental reprogramming works precisely there, in these pauses. It's during these pauses that the subconscious restructures itself. It stops seeking danger and begins to recognize safety. The fear that previously controlled our reactions loses its power, and a new emotional pattern emerges, that of trust. This change happens from the inside out, without conscious effort. The most beautiful thing is that this reorganization isn't just mental, it's spiritual. The soul returns to occupy its space within you, and the mind, now at peace, becomes your ally. Thoughts, once chaotic, begin to serve your evolution. Each new idea is born bathed in the light of serenity. And then one day you realize you no longer think the way you used to. That fear has lost its weight, and the present has become light. This is the reorganized mind, one that no longer seeks control, but flow. At this point, you don't just think differently, you vibrate differently. Breathing is the first and most natural tool for mental reprogramming. Each breath is a message to the subconscious. I am alive, and all is well. But in the rush of an anxious mind, we forget to breathe. Our air becomes short, our body tense, and our energy stagnant. Recovering the rhythm of our breathing is therefore the first step to dissolving anxiety at its root. Conscious breathing has the power to instantly break the cycle of fear. When you breathe in slowly and deeply, you send a safety signal to your brain. Your nervous system calms, your heart slows, and your thoughts reorganize. A simple 4-beat pattern, inhale, hold, exhale, and pause, is enough to restore balance. Beyond its physiological effect, breathing with presence is a spiritual act. It's the moment you return to the present. The air flows in and out, reminding you that everything in life flows. Control, tension, haste, all dissolve in the awareness that the air is always available, sustaining you effortlessly. Breathing is, in itself, a reminder of divine love. Mental reprogramming is strengthened when combined with breathing. As you inhale, you imprint the energy of trust into your subconscious. As you exhale, you release fear and resistance. Each breathing cycle is a silent rewriting of the mind, a training to live in peace within your own body. Conscious breathing is perhaps the simplest and most profound act of healing. It bridges the gap between the mental and the spiritual, between what you think and what you feel. By mastering this practice, you not only calm anxiety, you awaken to the living presence of the now, where nothing is missing and everything is in balance. Everything in existence vibrates. Your body, your thoughts, your emotions, each at a specific frequency. When you live in a state of anxiety, your vibrational signature is accelerated and irregular, reflecting fear and the need for control. But as you practice mental reprogramming, this frequency begins to shift. You learn to vibrate in peace, and serenity becomes your new energetic language. This change doesn't happen all at once. It's gradual, like music slowing down until it finds its natural rhythm. The mind, once restless, begins to adjust to the sound of calm. Breathing becomes deeper, and the body vibrates in harmony with the heart. What was once constant tension transforms into emotional stability and full presence. The new vibrational signature is noticeable. People around you notice the difference, even without understanding why. You attract lighter situations, more balanced relationships, and your energy begins to radiate tranquility. This happens because the universe responds to the frequency you emit. And when you vibrate peace, life returns peace to you. Creating this new signature is like resetting your energy field. Every loving thought, every conscious breath, every night of surrender reinforces the vibration of serenity. The subconscious imprints this new pattern, and the body adjusts to it naturally. You stop reacting to the world and begin co-creating with it. Ultimately, serenity isn't something you seek, but something you become. When your mind vibrates in harmony, the outside world merely reflects this inner state. The new vibrational signature is, therefore, a reflection of the soul in balance, a reminder that peace was never lost, just forgotten for a time. Anxiety is the product of the need for control. The mind, in its attempt to predict the future and avoid pain, creates a cycle of tension that never ends. But control is an illusion. Nothing in life is truly under the mind's control. When you begin to understand this, the weight begins to dissolve. True freedom arises when you trust the flow of existence. Trusting isn't giving up. It's aligning. It's allowing life to guide you, knowing that everything that happens has a purpose, even when you don't understand it. Mental reprogramming helps this process because it teaches the subconscious to replace the fear of uncertainty with faith in divine intelligence. And the more you trust, the lighter you become. The anxious mind believes that control brings security, but it's actually quite the opposite. Control imprisons, creates rigidity and resistance to new things. When you let go, you open space for the universe to act. The flow is generous. It requires no effort, only permission. Trust is the most powerful act there is because it dissolves the root of anxiety, the fear of losing control. Living in flow is like learning to dance with life. Sometimes the steps change, the music slows down or speeds up, but you remain in harmony with the rhythm. The secret is to feel, not control. And when you surrender to this dance, you discover that life has always been on your side, even when it seemed otherwise. Trusting the flow is remembering that the greater force has never failed to sustain you. It's opening yourself to the miracle of the present moment, where everything is in perfect order. When this trust awakens, fear dissolves, and the heart becomes the new guide. It's the beginning of true peace, one that doesn't depend on the world, but is born from within. The subconscious is like a fertile garden that welcomes everything planted repeatedly. Therefore, reprogramming occurs through consistency. It's the repetition of new ideas that replaces the old. Each calming phrase, each confident thought, is a vibrational seed planted deep within the mind. Over time, the subconscious stops recognizing fear as truth and begins to identify peace as its new natural state. But there's something even more powerful than repetition: silence. In silence, the subconscious finds the space it needs to integrate new information. It's in the emptiness between thoughts that the energy of transformation is anchored. The conscious mind may want to rush the process, but the subconscious works in the pause, when you simply are. Repetition creates the path, and silence solidifies it. This is why practices like meditation, frequency listening, or simple moments of presence are so transformative. They teach the mind to rest in the now and allow new programming to flourish naturally. Silence is the soil where the new mind takes root. Over time, positive words cease to be an exercise and become a way of life. The subconscious begins to automatically react with serenity, even in challenging situations. This is proof that the new programming has been assimilated. The mind begins to function in harmony with the vibration of the heart. Reprogramming is, therefore, a cycle between sound and silence, between action and surrender. You speak, feel, listen, and then rest. It is in this rest that the magic happens. Silence is not empty. It is the fertile ground where the new you is being born. Inner transformation isn't always silent. Sometimes it comes with subtle waves of discomfort. In the first few days, you may feel confused, tired, or even a slight internal resistance. This is natural. The mind is reorganizing itself. It's no longer reacting as it used to, and the new pattern is still establishing itself. This transition is a sign that the process is working. Soon after, you begin to notice pauses. Moments when, faced with something that would previously have caused fear, you simply breathe and feel calm. Small, everyday situations become lighter. Your body responds more fluidly. Your heart, with more presence. It's as if the external world has slowed down, but in reality, it's your mind that has expanded. Another striking sign is a shift in your internal dialogue. The critical and anxious voice begins to give way to kinder, more compassionate thoughts. You begin to observe your mind without identifying with it. This detachment creates space for discernment and emotional balance. Anxiety, which once dominated, loses its power over your vibration. Your energy also changes. You feel more inclined to take care of yourself, to be silent, to breathe. Situations that previously drained your energy no longer affect you in the same way. You begin to choose peace not through effort but naturally. Reprogramming not only changes what you think, but who you are in the present. And then comes the confirmation, the return of confidence. The feeling of being safe, even without guarantees. When this feeling appears, it's because the mind has been retrained. Fear has lost its grip, and love has become the new guide. It's the beginning of true mental freedom, the state where anxiety dissolves and consciousness awakens. There comes a moment when the search ends. The mind, tired of struggling, finds rest in the now. And it is in that instant that you realize peace was never outside but always within, waiting for the noise to cease. Anxiety dissolved, not because it was conquered, but because it was understood. It merely showed where presence was still missing. Now, the inner silence is not emptiness. It is fullness. With a reprogrammed mind, life returns to flowing at a natural rhythm. Things happen effortlessly. People seem kinder. Time is no longer an enemy. This happens because your vibration has shifted. The subconscious has learned that the now is safe, and the body responds with ease. The heart finally takes over, and the mind learns to serve, not control. Presence is the new way of existing. You begin to live each moment with total attention, perceiving the sacred in the smallest details, the sound of your breath, the touch of the wind, the glow of light on the horizon. Each instant becomes a mirror of awakened consciousness. The mind no longer needs to race because it understands that the present contains all that is necessary. In this new state, love becomes your primary language. You treat yourself with kindness, speak with intention, and act with awareness. Anxiety, once a scream, is now just a distant echo. What dominates is serenity, a silent peace that doesn't depend on circumstances. You become the very temple where calm dwells. And so with every breath you reaffirm your new truth. I am peace. There is no rush, no fear, no resistance. There is only presence. You no longer need to protect yourself. You are at home within yourself. The mind rests, the heart vibrates, and the universe in silence smiles. You've reached the point where silence speaks, where the mind no longer needs to understand, only to feel. Anxiety, which once seemed like an enemy, has revealed itself to be a teacher, guiding you back to the balance that has always been available. The peace you feel now didn't come from outside. It has always been yours. Allow this new vibration to linger. Hold it close to your chest, like a gentle flame guiding you through each moment. Whenever fear tries to return, remember this state. Remember what it feels like to feel whole, present, and safe. Just breathe and return to this frequency. Reprogramming your mind is an act of self-love, and love is the energy that heals everything. By choosing calm, you reconnect with the source of life, the consciousness that creates and sustains all that exists. From here on, the path will be smoother because your mind has learned to trust. Thank yourself for making it this far, for allowing it, for feeling it. You don't need to run anymore, because what you are looking for is already within you. This is true awakening. realizing that peace was never a destination, it was always your home. Now take another breath, and let this vibration of serenity expand throughout your being. Your mind is at peace, your heart is present, and the entire universe vibrates with you. And if this video touched something within you, if, for a moment, you felt your mind rest and your heart quiet, then allow this journey to continue. Follow this channel to continue reprogramming your mind and strengthening the peace you feel now. Each new video is a new frequency, a new opportunity to remember who you are and to live with more lightness, confidence, and love. It's not just about watching, it's about staying awake. And every time you return here, you reaffirm to the universe, I choose peace, I choose me.